Welcome to Nexus at Night, your weekly Vanguard podcast. I'm Atlas.
I'm Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And I'm drinking you right now.
That sounds highly inappropriate. Do I have to file a complaint with HR?
What I'm the HR guy.
That's a problem, right?
I'm the worst HR guy.
What should we do about this?
Gross. Anyway, so we're talking about not only the English ban list.
Ban list 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Well, it's just ban list 1.5.
Yeah, it's mostly the same.
It's the straight to DVD sequel that
yeah,
nobody wanted.
Except they wanted to kill off one entire deck along the way.
Yeah.
One extra entire deck.
Yes. So
I mean, they already killed an entire clan on the Japanese version of the ban list.
What with
Angel
Gold Feather or
yeah?
Or,
Angel Feather.
Yeah.
Fair.
The only thing that got a buff was Durgit because now it can use it itself and the Crucible. But anyway, sorry. What?
Well, but you just killed like everything else in Gold Paladin. But that's the topic of the last episode. So go back and watch that if you missed it.
Yeah. This week, though, the add-on to that is they have the first thing is it's a 3-choose-1 with Luard himself, Nemen, and Charon for V Premium. So this neuters Shadow Paladin. It nukes it from orbit because.
So the only deck you were really going to play was Luard. But that deck requiring like a ton of CB, and then like you can't have Charon if you play Luard. It's just like, well, you also lose Nemain, which is a pretty strong engine.
Yeah, and then which is ironic because that's going to come up later in this episode.
They haven't had Nemain for a while now. They just still don't have it.
Right. Well, true.
Yeah,
but like on top of, I guess, top of not having Nemain, you also now don't have your countercharge engine, which I believe is the only countercharge card in the deck.
Cursed Lancer, which is like kind of not. It's kind of a nothing. Thing.
That card's not real countercharge. We all know.
Pretty much, it's like you got to play it over something for it to work.
And it's one, right?
Yeah, it's
like
one.
It's one and requires like a lot of effort.
Yeah,
like it's like much more effort than Charon, right?
Yeah, when it's called from hand, it must be called onto something. And then on play Soul Blast, it gets plus 10k. And then if you have no face-up cards and damage them, then you countercharge. It's so many hoops to jump through.
It's so many ifs. Mm-hmm. It means like if you have only one CB, right, you can't use Curse Lancer.
Yeah.
So the card's effectively useless, right?
Like even Raven Terra in Tachikaze, 1 or less face-up, then you get the CC.
If it said 1 or less, it would be a lot better.
But no, you got to be completely out, and then now Charon's done. So sorry, Shadow Paladin players with V Premium. Just
Rip.
Yep.
And worse yet, it's a grade 2.
Oh, and Shadow Paladin don't do grade 2s for the most part.
Not Luard.
Can't search grade 2s for the most part. And then for Bermuda Triangle, they gave him like a light slap on the wrist.
That was also a 3-pick one, isn't it?
Kutire, Ellie, and Rosa.
Yeah.
Which I think for Prisms, you just pick Rosa every time, right?
I think so.
Probably.
I think Prism is already just really good. Like, people have already been testing Prism without Ellie because that was the card they would assume would get banned to begin with, and was not. So people are already testing Prism without Ellie, and it's still very good. So I think the idea is that Prism is probably still comfortably the best deck. I think there are other decks that can compete more now, like Granblue, for example, is in a much better spot. Just because they can no longer one card guard the ship, which was a big deal. So Granblue could be the play.
Granblue could be the play, but also like Shadow Paladin was also the play. Angel Feather was also the play, and now they're dead.
Yeah, those are no longer the play.
Yeah. So the play is like Prism or go fuck yourself, basically.
Well, we just mentioned one, right?
I know, but like it. Obviously, we'll see at Springfest, like if it's gonna, be a 1-deck format. Which what's our metric for that again? 50% or more of the tops of one thing that counts as a one deck format.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's definitely like this deck's probably pretty ridiculous. But
I picked the wrong beverage for this podcast.
Oh, what'd you get?
I made a root beer float, but the problem is it does that thing where the ice cream kind of congeals with the soda. So when you drink it, it all kind of like hits you in the face. And now I have a mustache. Keep that in mind. So, for people listening to this, it doesn't matter. Nice. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see what comes of V Premium, a format that admittedly I don't really have a stake in, but
I honestly have like negative fucks to give about V Premium right now.
Mm-hmm. So why don't we talk about Standard instead?
Standard is actually like kind of cool.
Yeah,
Magnolia is insane. Well, if you have the promo,
which I do.
Just reminds me that I forgot to like publish the fight video publicly.
It's funny because there's some decks that just shit on Magnolia if Magnolia doesn't have the promo. And then it's the complete reverse if they have the promo.
Even with the promo, sometimes you do have trouble, but it's not like you lose. It's just
but the promo does a lot.
Yeah.
What does the promo do?
So it's called NPIX or something like that. It's when it's in the back row, it's +10, and then if you have 3 or less,
that one.
Yeah, him and the thing in front of it or behind it can't be chosen. So the way to get around it is you want to do like the double imprison skill of Seraph to do 2 at a time, and then that's how you get around it. But it's still like helps.
Does that count? Because don't you still have to choose for that?
I mean, if they have 4 things, you choose NPIX first. If it's 1 at a time, and then choose whatever the hell you want after that. But most Magnolia players are going to be playing at least something like Inlet Pulse, which disappears, which can help create the conditions for that to still be online, at least. So
and it makes Gravidia quite difficult as well.
Gravidia
is really hard fighting through that particular PR as well.
Yeah, a lot of the decks like those promos are uber important. Like the Prism one is it's like Soul Blast and Prism at the top of their deck. Where like the budget version of that is it makes the opponent do it from hand and then they draw one, which is still like okay, but it gives the opponent an option, which we don't like here.
That's true. I like to give my opponent 0 options.
Yeah, if possible. Which is why I don't feel bad about that promo I tried to mail you getting lost. Because it was the thing. It was the Dimension Plays one that like gives them an option. You're like, hey,
yeah. I'm not sure that got lost. I think I actually got that.
You did?
Yeah. My the old person I used to live with just sent it to me.
Oh, nice.
Like, okay, now I have this.
Okay.
So I did end up getting it.
Yeah, you did end up getting it like months later. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, they also revealed a new Dark States ride line, a twin, a dual clan Brand Gate Dark States, like I called it last week or on Tangents. I can't remember at this point. And then we also got PBO in D. So
I have a hot take. I think PBO is kind of sweet.
I do too.
No, I thought I was looking at it. I thought that was pretty sweet too, honestly.
That's going to be the last thing on the list, unfortunately. But,
no,
that's okay.
Yeah, gotta wait for it. But let's kick it off with this thing, this new ride line.
In the streets, chaos. Was used right upon by Quagmire.
I'll get to that. Quagmire of Solace. Chaos, which just sounds like a James Bond sequel, doesn't it?
No, it's Quantum of Solace.
I know, but still.
But no, it's It's the Family Guy version.
Yeah.
You ruined it. Just
reveal the top 2 cards in your deck. Could all normally use from into your soul, and the rest of the body deck of anywhere. They glitters for the file regardless. The glitter thing is the thing the Fox Girl had, right?
The glitter's on all of them.
Yeah, glitter is like it's a meaningless keyword. It's just the way they differentiate. Like,
it's the keyword that forces all the dual clans to actually only be played in one deck.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Yes. So, that's grade 1 of the ride line, and now for grade 2, which there you go. You're welcome.
I'm sorry I ruined it.
It's okay. All right. Quagmire of Solace Chaos. When it's road-applied by approaching Fang's Chaos, the grade 3, Soul Charge 1, and if the Soul Charge card was a trigger, draw a card, and if it was a normal unit, choose up to 1 card from your soul and call it to rear. Which means that's just better than the Magnolia ride line, which is like you have to Soul Blast. Also, you have to call the top thing no matter what. Like, come on, man. I don't want to call my over trigger. At least that like puts it in soul if it's not what you want. And then Rip here if you want to read that grade 3.
Approaching Fang's Chaos. So act Vanguard, counterblast 1, discard 1. Look at top 3, put 1 into your hand, put 1 into, or call 1 and put the last 1 into your soul.
Or one hand, call 1 soul.
Yeah.
Or put the rest into your soul, so you can choose.
Yeah, so you can choose up to 1 to call.
Yeah.
One has to go into your hand.
One has to go into your hand. You
have
can call
optionally call 1 and then put the rest in soul.
Understood.
And then when it attacks a Vanguard, if your soul has 8 or more with different names, then give a rearguard 10k. If your soul has 13 or more with different names, give the power to all rearguards.
All right, so what are we thinking? First off, I just want to say, Quagmire of Solace would have been a cooler name for the grade 3, and Approaching Fangs would have been a cooler name for the grade 2.
It is weird for the grade 3 to have Approaching in the name.
Yeah.
Like it's there. You're at grade 3. Like the fangs are there, my friend.
No, it's just hinting at a grade 4 later.
Good point.
Yeah.
So, what do we think?
Highland or Dark States?
Seems fine.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly. I don't know. This card doesn't seem particularly interesting to me.
I'm like, when I saw it this morning, I had to start doing math to see like how many. If you play like a standard deck list, how many like differently named cards, and I think you like maybe around 15. So the only way to do the full effect consistently is to have like lots of random tech cards. You could probably easily inflate the number of differently named cards with triggers.
Yeah. And you also get 3 right off the bat with just having
ride line is like 3 automatically. You're probably going to get differently named cards just from like your various ride ups too. I'm just wondering how practical 13 is. 8 might probably be like easily doable.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 seems to be the magic number for this particular one, especially once we look at his partner card.
Yeah. The partner card is this guy. It's Cool-Headed Executioner McHoney. So this is the dual Dark States Brandgate guy. So when placed on rear, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards with the same grade as the Soul Blasted card and retire it. Okay. And then Glitter Chaos. So, so basically you have to play this in Dark States for it to be good. Auto on rear once per turn. When your Vanguard attacks, if your soul has 8 or more cards with different names, stand him. And then if you stand him, put it into your soul at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Like, it's an extra attack. Honestly, like, being a fairly generic retire, although kind of expensive, this is probably one of the, like, better generic cards, because at least, like, a retire is something that everyone can use.
Yeah. I think, like...
And this is one of those times where, like, the design of this card is so specific that the glitter keyword almost doesn't matter, because how many decks are reasonably going to have, like, that many different names in Soul, unless that was the point of your deck?
It's a good point. I mean...
Barrow accidentally getting there?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it kind of sucks that it's, like, tied to that. The like, spot retire is nice, I guess. Like, in Brandgate, Gravidia kills stuff already. Prism does its thing already. Orphis, I guess.
No, I think Orphis has retired, doesn't he?
It does, but it's like kind of.
I mean, you need to use orders in that deck anyways to get your like knight stuff active. So I don't think that cares very much. Like, are there any Dark States deck that could use a spot retire? I don't think that. Like Borrow definitely doesn't. I don't think Bruce cares.
No, I
Bruce
think
has
this
one.
is pretty specific to this one deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
Even if it didn't have the glitter, was what we're saying.
yeah.
It seems like the restand is the topper there, but it's stuck to that. So
Restand's cool, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're nowhere to get power on it. You know what? 13 different names.
No, you get it at 8.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, 8.
Power for
13
8.
is
13 is the whole board.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So with only 8, it's kind of like mediocre because like you power up this one guy and then your other column is probably weak. Kind of depends on what other cards this guy
Just
gets.
Persona Ride forehead.
I was gonna say, like, if you Persona Ride, that's 4, and then I don't know, figure it out from
33,
there.
maybe.
Yeah.
A little slow though.
If you
Yeah,
have
slow.
2 of them, that's a 5 attack for free. Suck on that, Bruce. I don't know.
That is true.
Yeah. It's not like it's hard once per turn there.
Yeah, but it does go into the soul afterwards, and you don't have any way of getting it back out, really.
Yeah, because wait, Chaos grade 3, it calls it from deck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there might be like Dark States cards that like call things from soul. There have to be, right?
Yeah. It's
Feral
weird that
Magnet's
like
not
the
with
Fox Ride line is all about like calling things from soul and also has tons of soul blast costs attached to it. You would think that would be the Dark States one, but nope. It's Dragon Empire.
Yeah, I mean, well, technically it's Dragon Empire and Dark States.
Well, no, the dolls are the Dark States cards. The Fox is all Dragon Empire, so you have to try and make this work within Dragon Empire, which means I guess you have to play a bunch of Eugene support with her.
I'm already upset.
If it's doable, it's doable. I'm just looking forward to futzing around with the Tachikaze stuff.
Giving my Tamamo a crit with that stupid grade 3.
Christ. Oh my god, that's awful. Do you guys remember the original Stowage Nemen? What it did?
Yes, Counterblast, grade 2 3K, on place, Counterblast 1, discard a card, draw 2.
Yeah, so I
played that card a lot.
It was a good card.
It was a good. I discarded so many Phantom Blaster Overlords for that card. You don't even know.
Because it wasn't about the Persona Blasting.
I'm not Persona Blasting that. No, it was Counterblast 3. There's no way.
Yeah, just be
for
chunky,
like 10K
right?
and a crit.
Yeah, or maybe I think it's more than that. But it doesn't matter because you're getting PG'd anyway.
Yeah. So instead, ditch it, draw 2. So they brought back Nemen in D.
Hell yeah!
Because of course they did.
It's a good card.
Yeah.
Skull Witch Nemen, continuous on. Whoa, it gets 5K if you have a Vanguard with Blaster in its name. Oh my god, it's already better than the old Nemen.
Well, it's of course normal power, yeah.
And then if you have, when it's placed on rear, if you have a Shadow Pound in Vanguard, which I guess is on the old card also, Counterblast 1, put a card from your hand into Soul. Hold on, and draw 2.
Yeah, they brought it back.
You can
That's better.
Yeah.
I'm curious though, when it says only a Shadow Paladin, so you can't use this in D, right? Because it's Cater, or is that?
No, you have to play it in the PBO deck.
Yeah, you have to play it with Phantom Blaster because he's a Shadow Paladin.
Yeah.
Okay.
If your Vanguard's clan is Shadow. So this is basically just meaning you can't really use the second skill in other.
Right. So you can play like some Keter cards, but you can't have like a Keter Vanguard.
Yeah.
You can't put it in Bastion, say.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
This card's sweet. I mean, I like these kind of cards. It's a lot better than the old Nemen. Can you imagine if the old Nemen put the Soul? Because people were already playing that card that was the grade 1 6K that on place you put a grade 3 into Soul. People were playing that.
Nightmare Painter?
Yeah. Just to throw PBD into Soul so you don't have to ride it. So you could just ride onto the cross ride.
Got it.
Could you imagine if old Nemen just could do that for you? Oh my god.
There's also like, I know that this is contradictory, but Nemen in V can search this because it has 5,000 attack. Which is that placed from hand only? When placed on rear. Okay, so that means you can rest Nemen, get this Nemen, put somebody in the Soul, draw 2. Like the only way that works is if it's like a 2-2 split or 3-1 or something. But
that's so funny.
It's a thing you can do.
It's so funny. I like this. I like this card mostly for how much of a call out it is to the old one.
Oh yeah,
it's so
a call out is in like a reference or a call out.
An homage. I should say.
Homage. Yeah, me too.
Sure.
So I thought it was like suck on that or V.
I mean, it is a lot. Well, hold on. V Skull Nemen's busted. It's
It is.
too good. It's too good.
Yeah, they keep having to like whack it on the head.
Yeah.
And that was with a hard once per turn.
Yeah, because you can just toolbox anything because all of your grade ones are 5k, all the good ones.
And they keep making 5k grade ones. I'm like, guys, just don't.
Just stop giving her targets.
Yeah.
No, refuse.
Oh my god.
Wild to me is they made the what is it? Not fast, like superior ride, like also work. It was actually wild, right? Because like, why would you do that?
I don't know. It was such a.
It's a design decision at that point.
Yeah, but it's a design decision, and then shocked Pikachu face, and you're like, really, like guys.
Which is why it's 100% like intended for that interaction.
Yeah. They did not expect everyone to just jam it into Luard is the thing.
I mean, you had to.
Right.
Yeah, but remember, we still had a really shitty design team that like kept making the same mistakes over and over again.
Right. And then we're like reluctant to do. Someone start making memes about the like Bushira old Bushira design team.
I don't know who they are or when they actually stopped having influence over the cards, so it's really hard to make that call.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, publicly we know that
we can just know there were some mistakes made around this time.
Yeah.
Yes. It was the puberty of Vanguard.
And designing card games is really hard, right?
It is.
It's just I think this one, considering they were in the same set, is a little more ridiculous. But I do think, like, you know, it's not shocking to me when they release a new Yu-Gi-Oh card that like breaks something from like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I am the least shocked. There's no way they're even thinking about those cards.
That's what a ban list is for, though. It's for things like that, and that's okay to have something be busted for an event, kill it, move on. Like it's not a problem. It's when you go, well, we don't want to kill anything. Let's either do weird erratas or reboot the game again, or like that. That's where it gets like dicey.
You know, when they just like make the exact same mistake, like not making Gleipnir a hard once per turn.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was real dumb.
That was them just saying we don't care about premium. Actually,
I
we just listen.
So this is like something that's going on in my friend group, but the realization that you can use reverse units in Link Joker, like no need for Glendios at this point, and plan selection 3 and 4. Chris, our Luck at the Sackish, that guy, and my friend Vince are now in a weird arms race over who can break Link Joker in premium with a reverse unit from a different clan.
Yeah, I mean, we've already done that with like 3 different Awakening Messiah loops. I don't know how many of them are good. I just know they exist.
Aren't all their reverse units like pretty restricted for their own effects?
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know what it is they're gonna try, but it's a thing. They're like in the shop doing it. Like,
I do not have high hopes for them, but I wish them the best of luck.
Yeah, me too. I'll report back with more news on that, which patreon.com/Nexus.
If you learn something and they're okay with it, we can always steal it for episode ideas.
Oh yeah, definitely. So this last one, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Oh yeah.
Have at it, Root Beer.
Okay, Phantom Blaster Overlord. So continuous, if your soul has a Phantom Blaster Dragon, it gets a crit. And then when it attacks, retire 2, choose a Blaster Dark from Soul or Drop Zone, and call it to Rearguard Circle. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, that unit and this unit get power plus 10,000 until end of turn.
I like it.
This is a grade 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that means you can use the aforementioned grade 2 Nemen, like Matt was describing, to just put this online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really freaking funny.
That might be a bit inconsistent, though, because then you'd have to because you have to main deck both PBD and this.
Yes.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? You could just you just put this in your ride line, right?
Yeah.
You just play PBD, and then you just see what happens. Like, worst case, you're going to call a PBD and retire it to this effect, right?
Yeah, true.
At some point. Because you don't actually need a PBD to activate the second effect, which is crazy to me.
Yeah. It's just to get the crit.
Yeah. I think this card's sweet. I like this card. It does suck that you have to play PBD because that card's not good, but this card's sweet.
Yeah. For like the support of like PBD related stuff by name, is it Blaster or is it like Phantom Blaster Dragon?
It's Blaster.
It's Blaster.
So it's just Blaster, which means that all works.
Yeah, because they were designing it with Blaster Dark in mind too. So this is like the one time that kind of stuff actually made the deck make more sense.
Yeah, the old stuff is also like this, where it's all looking for Blaster.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So,
because they already knew that you have like 3 different Phantom Blasters.
see, I was expecting this to be like the trial deck, grade 4s, right? With it's got triple drive, it's still 13k base, and then doesn't have Persona Ride. This is just a straight up another Persona Ride.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
so
just a cross ride.
They want you to just shove PBD into Soul and just play this.
Yeah. Or
And
ride it off Ride Line and then stick this on top.
I think you're probably pretty like the fact that it has no CB cost on it is really nice, especially with cards like Nemen using your CB, because basically it just allows you to like power through to like dig for that PBD, right?
Yeah.
So like you're probably pretty likely to find that PBD just as you go.
Yeah. No, that's
I think
really
it's sweet.
good.
I really like it.
Yeah. Build it. Why the hell not? Do it.
It requires picking up old PBD cards.
I mean,
funny thing is,
that
because I
expensive?
had been building everything Keter, I already have all the old PBD Phantom Blaster.
How much
cards,
are Phantom Blaster? How much are Blaster Darks?
Let's see.
Good question. He was a rare, I think, so it's not that expensive.
No,
yeah.
I don't know what I need for all this.
Phantom. I mean, you could just sell him the deck.
Whoa, no, but he's gonna build it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm building like everything Keter and probably everything Dragon Empire this set.
Oh my god.
Yeah, keep up.
Okay, so it's about $5 for PBD.
Yeah, but that's yeah. Blaster Dark is only like 50 cents though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta pick up everything. The Ride Line too, right?
Yeah.
But like PBD, the Ride Line PBD is $5.
Gotcha.
So
Not that bad.
yeah, no, that like even for Vanguard, that's not that bad.
Definitely not.
I mean, this card's been like $5 since it's. Oh no, it went down to like $2. I think it only got hyped back up recently.
What else do I need for this deck? I don't even know.
I mean, this got revealed today. I'm
Walking
surprised
is
there
like-
haven't been buyouts yet. This is
I mean,
No,
it was
no.
not. It was not a card anybody cared about up until this point. So like, I can see it. Maka is like not that useful.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get it anyway. Easy.
the rest of the episode is just going to be us screwing around. On
Oh,
TCG
sorry.
Player.
I'll,
No, I don't care. I just thought it would be funny if like we just did
See.
that.
Oh no,
This
no.
is-
Go ahead.
You probably just want Charon's because it just rests himself to call top card of your deck.
Yeah, those are already in the cart.
He's doing it. This is a fit.
Oh, so I guess I just need Phantom Blaster Dragon now.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy. How much are these things? I can't spell the word Phantom.
Yeah.
Please.
There's
calm
the
down.
grade 1 that counts as 2 retires.
I put the link in the chat, Matt. If you want to just run it.
Oh, it's $5. They're ripping me off.
I said $5 already.
Oh my
my
god, they're
gosh.
ripping me off.
Damn.
And next week we're gonna see Dote.
Oh
God.
right, I forgot they're printing Dote.
Yeah.
I watched that old video of Gleaming Garmors today where it's like the Iceberg Meme with Vanguard, and she was going through every single thing and explaining what it was.
Oh
And
really?
then when she got to Overlord the Clan, it was like, all right, here's all the Dragon Overlord, Draconic Overlords. And then just listed them. It took her like a minute. And that was just saying the names, not what they did. Just boom, 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 boom. boom. And it
Wow.
took her a
Yeah,
minute.
because their
It was
names
crazy.
get progressively longer and longer as you go through them.
Yeah. Great Perdition Dragon, Draconic Overlord the Great.
Yeah.
Draconic Overlord the Crosser. Like, just, you could hear the exasperation. It was great.
Very cool.
Yes. So, I don't know. To the listeners, what do you think of the reveals? Is glitter, I don't know. I just think of that gif of the disco guy doing with the glitter whenever I see the word.
Still hate the keyword.
Yep, I hate the keyword. I like the Fox one. This one's okay too. But
I want to know what the Keter one does. Keter is like kind of behind on deck amounts.
it started out good and then fell behind.
Well, they never got a third ride line along with everyone else. We're getting made up for it with Majesty Lord.
Oh, why? Because PBD doesn't count because it's encounter or whatever.
Well, no, even if encounter cards, Dragon Empire has Bob Sagra, so
yeah,
like Keter just never got a third ride line.
Damn.
Well, because you have Bastion, Hexorb, PBD, now whatever this thing is coming up. So that's 4. Okay.
Yeah, so like all the other nations have 4, but then if we're counting encounter cards, then Dragon Empire is still ahead, and it had a third deck that wasn't an encounter, so Keter just never got that. So I guess we're making up for it by having 2 encounter decks.
Guess we'll see. That's I think the PBD stuff is the most interesting to me, just because like.
I know. I can't believe we're in a time where we actually care about Phantom Blaster, because I remember PBO V was like god awful.
It happens.
Phantom.
Which I'm pretty sure like PBO V is like similar to this card, but like because of the power level of D, the D series PBO is like way better.
All right, so the Phantom Blaster Overlord V series. During your turn, if you have PBD in your soul, it gets plus 10k, and its original critical becomes 2. And then also when it attacks a Vanguard, you can counterblast 1, retire any number of rear guards. Your opponent
retires the same amount.
Retires the same amount. Search your deck for up to 1 blaster in its name, call it a rare, and the called unit gets plus 10k. That's like fine. There's nothing wrong with that effect. It's like you said, the power level of everything else. Was the problem.
See, the problem is that PBO came out in the same set as Luard, and Luard was just objectively better in every way, even after they choice restricted in the main, so you couldn't take advantage of the ride line or of the superior ride as easily.
Yeah, I feel bad for them because you have even PBO and Luard on the cover. No one's looking at PBO. It just looks like background.
Yeah,
like Lord has that striking green behind him. Like poor guy. Now he's getting his due. Now he's like a thing.
The only thing I don't like about DPBO is that it does not retire anything like its other forms. But I guess that's not a big deal.
Well, the original PBO didn't do that either. So
yeah,
it's true.
The original PBO is like bad.
Whoa! It was a 13k base.
It was a Chonky Boi. That's
13k base. That's important.
That's all you need is to be a Chonky Boi.
Yeah, man, sure was a great 13k vanilla.
It was great.
I mean, that's what you used it for, right? Just for the 13. How did you win exactly? What was the plan there?
You just grind your opponent out, I assume.
Yeah. You just make the game take forever. My favorite games were the ones where you'd be playing as like Dote or something, and then they would start using like you would let Dote hit because who cares, and then they would use the Dote restand, and you're like, yes, trying to get them because you want them to deck out.
Oh, okay, interesting. Did you have ways to like slow down the decking out process, or
no?
You're just hoping they went through more cards than you did. Or I guess if they kept discard... Oh, no, because Dote only discards a copy of himself, so they could just get a bunch of perfect cards. Yeah, so that doesn't work. You're just hoping they deck out before you did.
It's so bad. The deck note was not good.
Still funny to me. I don't know. I don't know why. Like I appreciate this giant meme, but that's pretty much all I got. So English ban list was a thing. All these new reveals are kind of cool. And thanks everybody for listening to the show. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram at Nexus at Night. We got a Patreon if you want to support us, patreon.com/Nexus at Night. $5 a month, that's a cup of coffee a month. You get a whole ass bonus show with the three of us and sometimes a guest, where we just kind of talk about nothing. And we got merch. Gaming. Wait, what?
Elden Ring Gaming.
Yeah, that's his newest obsession. We have merch, shirts and coffee mugs and stuff. all that's in the description or the show notes. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell a friend, leave a review. Where can they find us?
You can find me on Twitter at Wiggums, 2Gs2Zs.
You can find me at Plasma Eclipse. Also, daylight saving sucks.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, did you guys hear about that bill where like the Senate literally unanimously voted to just keep it on permanent daylight savings time? I'm not even kidding. This is real.
In California or
no, just the
United States.
The United States Senate. What I hope it passes the House because that would be nice to not lose an hour of sleep in the middle of March.
Yeah, I mean that means we're not getting that hour back. I wish they would like move it to like permanently not daylight savings.
Me too.
That'd be
interesting. For the people who are like, it's sad that I leave work and it's dark. Man, so
yeah,
whatever.
But I also don't like all of my like foreign things being an hour later than they used to be.
That is kind of a pain. Or just balance it. Do 6-6 instead of 8-4. Be okay with that. But yeah, you'll hear us complain about that. That was the episode this week. And you can find me at Atlas Novak on Twitter and Instagram. You can also follow my other show, Generation Dan. That's a Gen X millennial and Zoomer. And we're talking about whatever topics. I forget the episode that's coming out this week, but every Thursday. So thanks everybody for listening. Until next time, I was drinking a root beer float.
I'm still Matt.
I am the root beer float. I don't know.
Goo goo shoo, and have a good night, everybody.